Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Kot Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation for the day is from Gauri Mahalla Panjwa, composition of the fifth Nanak, Guru Arjan. And the recitation is as follows. Kot Majan Kino Isnan, Lakh arab kharb dino daan, Jaman vasayo har ko naam, Sagal pavit gun gaye gopal, Paap mitahen sadhu saran dayal rahao, Bahut urd tap sadhan sadhe, Anik labh manorth ladhe, Har har naam rasan yaradhe, Simrat sasat ved bakhane, Jog gyan siddh mukh siddh sukh jane. Simrat sasat ved bakhane, Jog gyan siddh sukh jane. Naam japat prabh syo man mane, Arad bodh har agam apare, Naam japat naam hriday bichare, Nanak ko prabh kirpa tare, Agad bodhi har agam apare, Naam japat naam hriday bichare, Nanak ko prabh kirpa tare. A comparison again of the way of Gurmat in contradistinction to the ways that were prevalent then. Kot Majan Kino Isnan, Lakh arab kharb dino daan, Ja man vasyo har ko naam. So the state of a mind that awakens through the practice and culture of naam, har ko naam, that state of the mind is more valuable. It exceeds the perceived benefit of bathing at millions of pilgrimages or having donated millions and billions in alms. Lakh arab kharb dino daan, or Kot Majan Kino Isnan, whether it is going to pilgrimages or whether it is donating money in charity or giving away in alms. Ja mane vasyo har ko naam. The Guru is saying it is only through self-knowledge that the self is realized. Ja mane vasyo har ko naam. So now the question is, millions go to pilgrimages and millions offer alms in charity. Are these activities then futile? One argument is that why travel all the distance to develop one's connection with the Creator when the Creator is already present within? Why bother going? I think what Gurbani is saying to us here is not whether or not you're going to a pilgrimage, but that is an ineffective way of self-realization. That is the key to remember. So it is not what you're doing or what you're not doing, but rather the perspective and awareness with which you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. So the awareness and the perspective from which we should be acting is the awareness of Har Naam. And then what you do doesn't really matter because your actions are stemming not from Haume, the ego sense, but from Har Naam, from the perspective of wisdom. So in the Rahau, the central message, it says, Sagal pavit gun gaye gopal, paap mitahen sadhu saran dayal. So Sagal pavit. Pavit is purity. What is this purity? that Gurbani is talking about? What is it that we need to purify? We need to purify our minds by dissolving our haume. Ego consciousness is the impurity, if you will, because it is concerned primarily with what is perceptible, not necessarily with what can only be conceived, which is the har. So in Gurmat, the impurity of the mind relates to the sense of ego, which has to be dissolved. So the Guru says, Sagal Pavit, everyone can purify the mind. In other words, the way of the Guru is open to everyone. There is absolutely no distinction here. Sagal Pavit, Gun Gai Gopal. Gopal is a term that is in the Indian tradition used for Krishna, but in Gurmat it is redefined as the master of the universe, the creator. So Sagal Pavit, Gun Gai Gopal. Gun Gai, singing the qualities to glorify. So what that means is you need to accumulate within yourself divine virtues, and that is a path that is open to everyone. And with that, Paap mitein, sadhu saran dayal. Paap mitein. Paap is usually translated as sin, but it would be more appropriate to mean that you will not miss the mark, because a sin is to miss the mark. It is an obstructed vision which causes you to miss the mark, and the vision is obstructed by the haume. So paap mitein. So you can actually clarify your vision through the sadhu. Sadhu saran dayal, the benevolent sadhu, which is a signifier for the Guru, wisdom. So seek the shelter of that wisdom. In other words, assimilate that wisdom. Bahut urd tap sadhan sadhe, anek labh manorath ladhe, har har naam rasan yaradhe. Translated, many are the aspirations, manorath that is, many are the benefits, labh, that are aimed for, ladhe. Many the difficult austerities practiced, bahut urd tap, and many the methods perfected, sadhan sadhe. But the Guru is saying, har har naam rasan aradhe, make the culture of naam your worship. And in here you will see the fundamental difference between the path of the Siddha yogis, for instance, who are being addressed here, and Gurmat. Now, both paths aspire to the same vision, to a union with the self. But the focus of the Siddhs is bodily perfection. And they do this by subjecting the body to what is called as urd tap. Urd means upside down. It's a figure of speech to say extreme austerities. So they're focused on the body. Gurmat rejects austerities of the body and emphasizes the need to master the mind through the Guru principle, to develop discernment, as we will see in the 4th verse. And now it's addressing other forms, other methods, which are Simrat Sasat Ved Bakhane, Yoga Gyan Siddh Sukh Janne. Simrat Sasat Ved Bakhane. Many, the Guru says, are those who expound and comment on scriptural texts, the Smritis and the Vedas. These are old Indian scriptures that have a multitude of commentaries on them, and so you have a lot of exponents. And then Yoga Gyan again, Siddh Sukh Janne, many find comfort in the practice of yoga. But Naam Japat Prabhasyo Manamane, it is only through the practice of Naam that the mind absorbs Prabh, wisdom. Prabh here signifies the Har as an attribute, wisdom. And then the clincher in the fourth verse, the Guru says, Arad bodh har agamaya pare. The Har self is infinite consciousness, agad bodh. And the Har is agam apare, unattainable by the senses. So how do you access it? Naam japat, naam hriday bichare. By the practice of Naam, deliberate upon and internalize self-knowledge. Nanak ko prabh kirpa tare. To Nanak, the self was compassionate, and in its compassion and benevolence bestowed its wisdom. On that note, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.